Rem must hate this. He's treating her like his employee. No! What are you doing? Oh dear, what is he doing? What is up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. My name is Ben, and today I'll be reacting to the Death Note episode 21. Now, I'm very excited to get into this one simply because Misa seems like she's going to be used more in the task force. So going on this little arc that we've been through, seeing Elle and Light work together, it's felt really nice. And now we're getting this sort of main character trio starting, and it's really luring me into just wanting this to work and be good. I've got to remember, this show is dark. They play around with death, and I know that these two characters, Light and Misa, are the bad guys, and it is doing such a good job at making me just kind of forget and just enjoying all of them working together. So I am looking forward to seeing Misa take on a bigger role here and actually do something important for the task force, being that she's infiltrating the Yotsuba Group and trying to get information on who could the real Kira be. It's a big thing for her to do, and it puts her on the same level as Light and Elle, and I'm just excited that she is at that level, but also sad because, again, it's the lack of memories and it's all going to come crashing down at some point. So I think in the back of my mind, I'm remembering that yes, at some point they're going to be back to their villainous ways, but for the moment I'm just going to enjoy them being good guys and just helping Elle and just trying to stop the current Kira. I'm enjoying that. But I think as this arc has been going on, it started off quite light. Of course, I think the previous arc ended with the very intense scene in the car where Yagami was going to shoot his son. Then it started getting a whole lot lighter, kind of more cartoony, and just took on a different tone. I feel like this is where it's going to start changing as Misa, the kind of light bubbly character, is going to go into the belly of the beast and do something pretty intense. So I think this is where this arc of the story is going to develop and progress more. And I think this is where it's going to start building up to, I guess, Misa and Elle probably getting their memories back sooner or later. Because again, Rem is in the Yotsuba Group. And Misa's going there. It's all close together. But yeah, as always, if you do enjoy this video, please remember to like and subscribe, as it really does help the channel to grow. And if you do enjoy my content and you want to help support the channel, I do have a Patreon, the link will be in the description. Over there, I'm uploading these videos and the full reaction a week in advance. And if that's something you're interested in, feel free to check it out. With that said, let's just dive on in. I did remember that there's, of course, the new intro. I'm still not used to it. It's just uncomfortable. It's weird. It's going on me, but the feeling it generates in me is just uncomfort. I like this bit. This bit's less yelling. And oh wait, there's another person. Crow, there was a raven. Death, yep. Could not get any of that.
He says, I've been able to deduce that Amani worships Kira.
And they have that in.
Yotsuba use her for their next ad campaign and take the opportunity to extract information about Elle.
Excellent, well done, Elle. You've got no in.
It's unacceptable, if you ask me.
Oh, really? It seems like a perfectly good plan.
Friction within the group.
It's supposed to be Coil's job to investigate Elle's identity. It doesn't make sense for him to leave all the hard work to us, in my opinion.
Mole, what are you doing?
Yes, I understand. In that case, I think I have an even better idea.
Elle planned for it. He's got this.
Even after those meetings are over, I have to come home to punish criminals. Being Kira is so time-consuming.
Really? You're complaining?
Things sure have become more interesting lately.
Okay, wait, no, which one's this? We're seeing them.
The only way she could have gotten out of that situation is by forfeiting ownership of her Death Note
And he knows.
losing all memories of what she did with it.
He could be formidable.
I'm going to make Misa Amani my wife.
Huh? Why? Aren't you old for that?
Money, power, and a beautiful wife. That'll be enough to make anyone envious.
Okay, yeah, so agreed, and he's also kind of fueled by envy. He wants others to be envious of him.
She would never marry such a disgusting fool.
Protective as always, love it.
Make sure you hide the notebook in the usual place.
Rem must hate this. He's treating her like his employee.
For Misa's sake.
What's Rem doing? Is Rem going rogue? Or going against the new owner?
Is it true you once said that you came to Tokyo in order to meet Kira?
What? Please stop overacting. It looks too cheesy.
And they just got a little production going.
Whatever you say, oh so great director.
If you don't get serious about this, I'll kick you.
Oh dear, at least they're practicing. That's good. I mean, she's an actress. She will have this. She's got this.
I'm not cut out for this, but it's part of my job, so... Misa!
What is it, Mochi?
Too much.
You have an interview with the Yotsuba Group to see if they'll use you in their new ad campaign, but remember, this is also an infiltration mission, so stay sharp!
I like that we're getting more on Mochi. He seems just come out of the blue, so I like that we're getting some focus on him.
You're gonna play the character of the hyper-energetic manager, okay?
Really? What? Why couldn't it be simpler? Why super energetic? He doesn't seem that energetic to begin with.
Also known as Mochi.
Mr. Oi, Mr. Shimura, it's so nice to
Good luck, Misa!
He's doing it well. He's doing it well. Okay, good. He's got this.
I don't think I'm cut out for this.
You did well. You did well. Like that we're getting that.
I don't believe you and I have met before, have we, Misa? My name is John Wallace. I'm the executive advisor for the advertising department.
And that's this. The spy, the detective, the con man.
You worship Kira because he killed the suspect. Isn't it true that you came to Tokyo in hopes of finding and meeting Kira?
Getting straight to it. Awesome.
What? Who did you hear that from?
I love her acting. That's awesome. Okay, yeah, that's amazing. Yeah, just acting startled and just scared almost.
I never thought you investigated that far.
Also, you're still hiding something from us, aren't you?
This is working incredibly well.
Something you'd prefer the world not to know.
Is Kira that one? The one with the hair that goes past his ears?
Here's where I pause and look nervous.
It seems you were detained by the detective Elf. We'd like you to tell us the full story of what really happened.
I love the internal monologue that the character's getting, like Misa going over what she needs to do next.
All right, I understand. I'll tell you everything.
Like just clenching the fists.
I didn't think it was Elle, but he did ask me lots of questions about Kira.
You had the one guy with his head like held back. That's definitely the new Kira.
What the hell is this anyway? A job interview or a police interrogation? How long are we gonna keep this up?
And you're the one that wants to marry her, which is weird.
But would you mind if I went to the bathroom as well? Oh, this is getting exhausting.
But it's going well though, yes?
Everything's going well so far. I just have to keep it up.
So the aim here though, what is the... No!
Being touched by this scrap of paper alone will not restore her memories of the death.
Okay, good. No. What have you done? What have you done?
What is this thing? Some kind of monster?
She doesn't have her memories. Okay.
There are people within Yotsuba who can easily have you killed. I've come here to warn you.
So Rem doesn't... They need... Oh, they had the plan. Rem doesn't want her here.
Please believe me, I'm your ally.
My ally?
She doesn't have her memories back. She doesn't have her memories back. That gave me a heart attack. What now? What can she... Can that get back to Elle somehow? That she saw the monster?
Kira before I was detained and the one that surfaced afterwards. They must be two different people.
Yeah, one was you.
This Kira is killing criminals as soon as they've had their crime broadcast on TV, regardless of the situation.
Can you see how smart the old Kira was and see that it's basically what he would do?
Those who sincerely regretted their crimes, or people with excusable circumstances, would have never punished those kinds of people.
Really?
That's the sort of
Kinda
distinction
nice.
I'd make.
After that, if you were him, yeah, it's like realizing he's...
It's disturbingly close to my ideals.
You're realizing that you could be Kira just without the memories? He's getting closer.
Wrong with me if I'm seriously comparing myself to that murderer.
He's getting closer.
Light Yagami is Kira.
What are you doing?
What is Light doing at the moment?
Ram, what are you doing? What's happening ahead?
You don't look like a human at all.
No, of course not. I am a Shinigami.
Okay, so Misa's getting all this info. What does that mean?
The Death Note. It grants its owner the power to kill someone simply by writing that person's name.
You're giving her all the answers. How does this not get back to Elle?
Light Yagami took it upon himself to punish criminals using that notebook. He soon became known to the world as Kira.
What are you doing? Why did you do this? Is it just to protect him? And she would have been fine.
In fact, your ability was even greater than his.
Because she had the eyes.
By using your power to determine that he was in fact Kira.
Light is Kira, and I'm the second Kira?
Does she believe this? How does this gonna work?
Light arranged it so you would both lose this power.
He did? Then Ryuzaki was right.
Yeah, oh, so she's not gonna give it away.
Still love Light enough to die for him.
Unbelievable. You've got to be telling the truth.
Answer the question.
I totally believe you now. And yes, I do love him. To death.
Oh, great. So, even without the memory, has she gone back to being her villainous self?
I only wish I could remember it.
She's not going to tell Elle any of this.
It's enough to convince me that the only way you can be truly happy in life is if you can support him in his plan.
And that's what you're going to help with.
The current Kira is a vile and pathetic human being. I don't know what he's capable of.
Could you tell her who it is, though? That could, like, solve it.
Do whatever he feels necessary.
Okay, I got it. I guess I should just act normal in the meantime, though.
How can she... Okay, she's an... No, damn, my head hurts. So she's going to go through with all of this still while getting a whole bunch more information and nearly being traumatized.
Sorry it took so long. I was just fixing up my makeup a little.
It's interesting, though, that you only need a little piece of the paper and that doesn't bring the memories back.
The person in front of you is Kira.
And there. Yeah, okay, so that's Kira. Higuchi.
That bastard!
Okay, but you don't like him. Okay. Would she help? I'm so lost. Would she help Elle? Would she tell Elle any of this and help things come to a close? Obviously not the light stuff, but maybe the Higuchi? Does this mean she's gone back to being bad? I mean, it kind of does mean it. I'd want her to stay good. She could have escaped. She could have left. She could have been fine.
I'm exhausted.
And she's sitting on his lap. Okay,
On as their spokesperson for the new ad campaign.
And I made sure to give them my cell phone number.
And she's just operating with all this information in her head, and what is this? Because she still said that like Elle could be her friend. So
From now on, you should deny that you were suspected of being the second Kira. You'll be working solely as a celebrity.
she's already confessed things though.
That's what you want, Light. Then that's what I'll do.
Oh, you noticed something? There's a change. There's a change. You didn't mean it.
But I've thought of the best plan ever. I'm gonna be useful to you. I promise.
Oh no, she's gonna start sabotaging things.
Wanna come sleep with me tonight?
What are you talking about?
Just kidding!
There's no need to be shy.
I'm not being shy.
Okay, but the light tone is messing with me because of course it's just gotten so much worse.
I'll be sure not to take too long, okay?
You meeting with Rem or something?
Misa, you actually made
No, what are you doing? And you're ditching Mochi. Oh, great. Why? You're meeting up with Higuchi?
By the way, loving that nurse's outfit, Misa.
I'm glad you like it.
Oh dear, what's happening? Is she trying to get the Death Note back? Can you? Oh, come on, you can't. You gotta be able to see that's not Misa.
Where's Misa?
Thank you.
She's on a date.
You gotta be kidding!
She's on a date? What? Because that's going to get reported back to Elle. He'll realise what on earth is happening. Why is she on a date with someone else that isn't like? It's weird. What is happening? Have I missed something? When did she agree to do this?
The sleazy pervert who's been sending me text messages ever since that party. He's been even more persistent than any of the other guys.
Okay, that's why. So that's where it's coming from when you're just responding to his text messages to try and get closer to probably get the Death Note.
Are you planning to take me somewhere and do pervy things to me? Well, even if you are, that's okay. I'll be fine since I can kill people.
What are you doing? What are you doing?
What are you saying, Misa?
Even Rem doesn't even know. I'm so lost.
Or is this your way of telling me that you want me to kill Higuchi the moment he tries to do anything?
Yeah, I don't know.
You can kill people?
Yup, it's true. And you know why? Because I'm the second Kira.
Okay, confessing it so he confesses it, you on the Death Note.
There's no way she still is. She's not supposed to have any memory of it either. What the hell's going on?
You're confusing him, that's something.
Anyway, I'll only prove that I'm the second Kira to the real Kira.
You'll only show proof to Kira.
And she can just make Rem do it.
It's always been my dream to become Kira's wife. I know he'll need me by his side once I tell him.
Okay, so she's working this well.
It's pretty clear from the Sakura TV incident that she has the Shinigami eyes. If that's the case, I need to make sure I keep this girl by my side.
I mean, he's trying to be like Kira, and he's trying to do that, so he didn't take the deal then.
Well, since I happen to be Kira, does that mean you'll marry me?
And you got the confession, wow. What?
Really?
What did you just do? Was it you planning that? Tell me you were planning that. Is she wearing a wire? No, because Mochi didn't even know.
If I thought someone was Kira, I think I'd be willing to show them.
Then why don't you kill someone?
Rem's gonna do it.
But I only kill bad people, okay?
That's right. Bad person, huh?
You don't care either way, do you? He just does it because Rem tells him to do it.
He's infamous for his immoral collection methods. Sometimes he even makes people pay with their insurance money.
Rem will do it. It's just gonna be Rem.
Okay then. Could you turn around for just a sec?
She also has a piece of the Death Note. Okay, she doesn't need Rem to do it. She has a piece of the Death Note.
Then Higuchi will believe your claim about being the second Kira very well.
Okay, so...
Alright, he should be dead.
Or Rem just did it. Misa could have done it with that slight piece.
Our president just collapsed and stopped breathing. Call back later.
And she's proved it. Okay, and this will mean he'll take you to his Death Note and you can get it back?
Told ya!
She killed him.
Yep.
The same guy I chose just a minute ago.
You feel okay, you're nervous now?
This proves it.
Whoa, oh dear, what is he doing?
So, if I'm Kira, you'll marry me.
right?
How old is Misa? I feel like she's pretty young.
For all I know, you're just making all this up so you have an excuse to take me to your place. Wait, I know.
What can you do?
You can start killing again when I tell you to. If all the times and deaths match up, then I'll believe you.
Okay, yeah.
After all, killing criminals in that way is something that only Kira can.
I'm trying to understand what she's doing. I feel like she's just trying to get the Death Note back to give it to Light. This isn't with Al. This is just, it's going to throw the investigation off. This is all on her. It's like...
In order to make you trust me and prove that I'm him, I'll stop killing. Then once you're fully convinced I'm the real thing, you and I can get married.
Okay, no, it's completely different than what I was thinking. It was for L.
Based on what he said, Higuchi is Kira.
Well done. Okay, she did it.
Only know Kira's identity, but all those deaths that were worrying the chief are gonna stop.
And now you can arrest? But what does this mean? For the memories and the Death Note. Is L happy with this? He doesn't look happy. You gotta be kidding. Why end it there? Okay, this definitely went in a more insane direction than I thought it would. Definitely brought back the intensity. You have Misa with slight knowledge now, not full memories, so I guess she isn't going to escape this whole thing. I would have loved it if she could have escaped and just left and just never got the memories back, but it seems like she's going to. Ram is not going to let her leave. But so she is now a whole lot less innocent. She's part of it now. She did sentence that guy to death. Ram did it because Misa basically told them to. And yeah, this was definitely a Misa episode. I'm happy with it. I'm happy that this is what Misa's episode is. I'm just sad that it means that she is just back to being an antagonist. And this is going to completely throw Elle off on what on earth to do. So looking at Elle's perspective, how did Misa get this information? How did she get this confession out of him? I would assume that he would assume that maybe Misa got her memories back or something. She got some knowledge back and was able to do this. Otherwise, a clueless, innocent person would not be able to get this information out. Even if it is just a pretty girl who was able to seduce the Kira, it wouldn't work. She would have to have some kind of leverage. And hopefully Al can see that. But this has thrown a lot of his plans out the window. It means those deaths can no longer happen, but you did get proof. So that is a good thing. So you can still go after this guy. You can arrest him. And that should be okay. That should solve things. But then again, you also have... So I think... So this... the arc is coming to an end. I'm assuming it has to. They know who the Kira is. They got a confession. They can arrest him and prove it. Done. That's good. That's done. That's it. When deaths stop happening, it's proof that it's Kira. That's it. Then they can go arrest them. And then... it's somehow going to lead to Light and I guess Misa getting both their memories back, because Misa does not have her memories back yet, but she is still operating as technically a second Kira, working with Rem to do everything for Light. She now believes that Light was the first Kira, and she's going to do everything to protect him. It's terrifying because she's an actress. She's good at it. She's good at lying and pretending and putting on a show. This is terrifying. Like, how can L beat this? He's going to get this new Kira, but then Light can pick it all up again, but we still don't know where we don't know where his Death Note is. No, it got buried in a forest, but he doesn't know where that is, and we don't know where Ryuk is, but you have Rem, and I'm so he can continue without Ryuk. I'm terrified, I'm scared, I don't know how this can go forward and how L can win. This episode's definitely shaken things up. It's definitely made, so that little trio that was formed in the last episode, that's dead. You now have lines being drawn. Misa is now on Light's side, evil Light's side, who isn't back yet, but he's coming. You can see Light start playing with the idea that he could be Kira, because the way Kira's doing things is very similar to his own ideals. And that does make me sad as well, because it could mean that this conflict that's going on in his head might not be that big. If he's starting to slip, his perspective, it seems like even without his memories, he's starting to fall back into understanding Kira. So when he does, I'm going to say when, not if, because it's obvious it's coming back. When he does get his memories back, it might not be like a big fight. He might just go straight back into being evil and psychopathic. This little break that he's gotten might be for nothing, because he might not mean anything for him. It was a nice blip that he's gotten to be good and fight and find the real Kira and find this other Kira and try and stop them and save lives. But the more he digs into it, the more he's understanding the previous Kira, and the more he is just realizing that they are kind of on the same side, and they're realizing they're the same person. So when he does get his memories back, he's going to see it all, and he's going to understand it inside with it. So it won't be like an internal dilemma where he's conflicting over his previous self and the two perspectives. One just gets absorbed into the other because they end up being too similar. But looking at it as a whole then, this arc is doing an incredible job at one thing in particular: getting you to like the villains. The kind of antagonist villains, Light and Misa. has been an amazing break where it did make you attached to these killers. It gave you a moment to see them without the death note, without the power, without the malicious intent, and it makes you just want good things for them and maybe like a chance of redemption. You see this side of them and you feel like that side shouldn't be punished or at least given a chance to do the right thing. But now we know that their memories are going to come back and it's going to hurt so much. Because before, you had villains that were irredeemable. They were just pure evil and you wanted Al to win. Now, it's just sad and you kind of want a third option. You want them to lose their memories again because there is this chance that they could be good people. You're seeing them be good people here. And if they get their memories back, that kind of goes away. But they'll go back to their old selves, but you also know that they have this chance of being good. They weren't pure evil. Things they did were pure evil, but you know, you've seen them actually be good. And it just makes it hurt knowing that there's that option there, but it's going to be lost. Then I do like Mochi. He was good in this episode. I like because he just came out of the blue recently and we have really nothing on him. He was just another police officer that decided to join the task force late. So he seems good. I like that we got a bit of focus on him. We don't really know anything about him, just that he doesn't like acting and being super energetic. So that's fun. It's nice just getting something on him and he isn't just a background person. But I am just scared. I don't know what to think about the next episode. I don't want their memories to come back, but it feels like it's escalating. It feels like they could get their memories back in the next episode. Rem has now made contact with Misa. They now know who the killer is, so they can arrest them. What's stopping them from arresting them? No, absolutely nothing. And once they do that, the show has to bring in their next antagonist, which will probably be Light again. So he would have to get his memories back. I don't want that to happen, but it's coming and I'm so scared. First off, this episode was just incredible. I love that we got something so focused on Misa, but of course I don't exactly love that she's going to be going back to her evil ways. I mean, I do really enjoy that they gave her so much more to do and it made her feel like a prominent part of the task force, but the sort of up and down emotions I'm feeling are not happy. I was so glad at the end of the last one where it seemed like they were this good little trio and I wanted to enjoy that, but they just rip it away from you in the immediate episode after, because now sides have been formed. Misa probably is no longer Al's friend. She is now fully devoted to Light and wants to help him succeed in his mission and become Kira again. So now she's basically working as a third double agent type thing that's not sort of siding with Yotsuba but also not siding with the task force. She is now her rogue agent that is working for Light. But I think aside from her going back to, I guess, evil, it was nice just seeing her versatility and what she's able to do. Because I think this show does a great job at sort of downplaying her. She comes off as quite ditzy and she's light and bubbly and you almost could overlook her. You could think she's not as smart as she is. She's the comical character that generates laughs from outbursts and emotion and kind of general funny things, but that kind of distracts you from her own capabilities. We saw in the past that she was able to find Light by herself. She was able to disguise herself so she wouldn't be noticed. She was able to hold a whole news anchor station thing hostage. She's able to do quite a lot, and you kind of do forget about it. And this episode does bring it back up and highlight it again, that she was able to handle herself incredibly well, infiltrated the Yotsuba Group originally, managed to just play off the investigation well, and then when Rem showed up, she was able to navigate that entire situation, again, very calmly and well, not freak out about the entire thing. She's able to think so fast on her feet and how to resolve a situation for her own outcome, essentially. You have Elle and Light who are smart on an intellectual level, but Misa is able to think of things so quickly on the fly and with people. That's where Elle and Light fall apart. They don't know people. They can see changes in behavior, but they don't understand why. Misa, on the other hand, knows people. She works with people. She's that kind of person, and that's where she thrives, and that is how she was able to handle this situation incredibly well. It makes her dynamic with the rest of the group brilliant, but of course now she's going to be evil, and then if she sides with Light again, which she's going to do, it means you have the super intellect who's not great with people partnered with the also kind of super intellect who's that intellect works with people, so they complete each other. It's so sad to see how this happened, because of course she was never going to get her memories back willingly, but Rem is the one that did it, because she could have escaped, she could have just lived happily. The whole reason Rem gave her that piece of the death note was to warn her that she's in danger. We know that, but she wouldn't have been that in danger. She would have worked with Al and it could have solved everything. If Rem didn't do this, they could have just stopped Kira for good. That could have been it. This feels like a turning point. Rem's action there could have set more things in motion than it needed to do. The story could have ended. They could have caught Higuchi, found the death note, confiscated it, burned it, whatever. Light may have never got his memories back. Misa would have never known about the Shinigamis again. But because Rem acted on her own now and restored this sort of thing to Misa, it's set off a new chain of events, which is just going to end up defeating the new Kira, obviously, but also probably getting Light the Death Note back. So yeah, then just looking at Rem and what they are doing, we still don't know exactly what the plan Light set in place is, but it seems like Rem is going rogue at the minute and doing what she did here. She doesn't like the human that she's currently working for. Understandable, the guy seems absolutely awful, but she is doing it all to protect Misa. I think I just generally want to know what Light's plan is and how Rem is working with that, because obviously Light must have chosen who to give the Death Note to and told Rem to keep it going for a certain amount of time before some kind of opportunity arose where Rem could act, because Rem is the only one that can act. I would be surprised. Would I be surprised? I don't know. If Light's plan revolved around him by some chance managing to happen upon the Death Note again and getting his mummy back, I feel like that wouldn't be. I feel like Rem has to be the player to give him the Death Note and the memories back. But here intervening with and doing that thing with Misa, it feels like it's definitely Rem being rogue and just being overprotective of Misa and trying to ensure that she's safe. It's cool to see she has no loyalty to Higuchi, but it also feels like Rem has just set more things in motion and probably has led to Light getting everything back. I feel like this rogue action feels like it's just benefited Light in a way he can't have foreseen. I can't imagine Light foreseeing Rem doing this. I can't see how he could have planned on this. It's got to be a rogue action by Rem that's somehow going to benefit Light in the long run. And that makes me curious to what Light's original plan would have been, because I can't see this being part of the original plan. Then Higuchi, we get to find out who the actual Kira is. I thought it was going to be the guy with glasses. I was wrong. Turns out it's this guy who is just seems absolutely awful. We get a clearer idea of his motivation, where it is greed, but also bits of envy mixed in. He wants others to be envious of him, which of course that would stem from him being envious of others, and just he knows the feeling and he wants others to feel that feeling. We get to know more of the emotions that are fueling him. So we have Light, who is fueled by a kind of boredom and also righteous condemnation. Misa, fueled by love and gratitude, which kind of feel like the same thing. And then you have Higuchi, who's fueled by greed and envy. I do love how the show is able to explore different emotions fueling the Death Note, because it's so easy to just never imagine yourself using this thing. But I'm sure there's different sort of emotions that this show could touch on, which could make you think, oh, maybe I would do that if I see this emotion reflected in something else here. Like, it does make you wonder, would you use the Death Note out of love? Because the immediate thought is, you're killing someone, never do it. But would you use it out of hatred? Would you use it out of greed to benefit yourself? Because if you look at it in its most basic form, the Death Note is just a weapon. Yes, it has supernatural qualities and it's weird and whatever, but it's just a weapon like any other weapon. People use those all the time. So Higuchi is basically just an extension of this theme that we're going down. He isn't the best villain. I mean, he's basically a watered down version of Light. He's not as smart, but he's trying to be. Like him not taking the deal, him trying to figure out making Misa his wife work, and that was just weird. But obviously it seems like the Death Note has gone to someone who Light can easily get the Death Note back from. This guy isn't the best person to use it. He's going to fail. You can see how he's going to fail because it's just motivated by greed that's going to blind him. And he just isn't that smart to be able to protect it as well as Light could. So I think Higuchi himself is kind of not as good as Light in terms of Death Note users, but he does what he needs to do well. The point of him isn't to be the main villain, isn't to be Kira. It's to show the audience how much control Light really does have. Having this average person, just a corporate suit, essentially, have the Death Note, and then compare that to Light. It shows how out of depth everyone else is when it comes to this stuff. Then we did also get a bit on Light himself in this episode, where he was starting to look into the past Kira, realize that they're two different people. So he's confirmed that there was a Kira before the current one, and he's looking at their MO, and he's seeing how their values do align with his own, which does scare me. I was hoping that maybe when he was going to get his memories back, there'd be an internal conflict where he has two new perspectives. One where he is absolutely despising what Kira does, and of course one from his past self where he remembers what he does and why he does it. I was hoping there would be an internal battle going on in his mind, just trying to figure out what to do next with both of these different perspectives conflicting. But it seems like that's not going to happen. The perspective he's growing without his memories is becoming increasingly similar to his original. He's now seeing what Kira has done. He does have this reservation, this blockage that's basically saying, no, it's still murder. That's a good thing, but that's going to be very easily overcome. He doesn't have enough experience, I guess, just being disgusted by what Kira's doing. And instead, he is looking at the past Kira, not the current one, and just thinking, oh, I understand that. I get why they did that. That kind of does align with what I think. Oh, wait, no, that's a bad thing. All this means that his new perspective is becoming increasingly similar to his old one, so when he does get his memories back, it's just going to merge. It's not going to be an internal conflict. It's just going to get absorbed into it, and it's going to be just a blip to him. It's going to make him a stronger villain, just seeing both sides of this whole thing, but ultimately it just makes me sad, because this was his chance to actually find some redemption or go against it, to actually learn and be disgusted by Kira and actually try his absolute hardest to make it stop. But now he's actually toying around with the idea that would he be like the first Kira if he had the Death Note? This automatically means that he's already lost. He's already gone. He's already going to get his memories back and going to go straight back to being evil. There is no redemption for him. That's what we're seeing. That even with his memories gone, he is the same person. The Death Note doesn't make someone evil, it just highlights that part of them. It just brings it to the surface. Light will always be like this. There is no second chance for him. Then briefly we got a bit on Moji, Moji. And yeah, he seems like a fun character. He's, I guess, a good addition. And I guess he's going to add a lightness now that, of course, Misa's gone back to the dark side. Because yeah, he just came out of the blue after, when was it? The police turned against the task force, so he joined over, but we got really nothing on him. Here's our first chance of just understanding who this character is and just getting some personality. So that was nice. Still, I definitely want more on him. Now that you've seen that Misa did ditch him, maybe he can distrust her a little bit. Maybe he can be the one to understand that she might be working against them in some way. But I think overall it's just nice that we got a bit more on this new character that just came and got introduced out of the blue. Then I think we also have El. He did absolutely nothing in this episode, but right at the end we get some stuff. He definitely noticed a change in Misa. That way his head turns and his eye follows her. He's noticed a change in her demeanor. Her lines were that she would do anything he tells her to, and it sounds very obedient. He knows that Misa worships Kira and would do anything Kira says. That is not what she would do for Light. I think I'm on the right track here. She does go against Light. She doesn't worship Light. She's just in love with Light. It's normal. Her love for Light is a normal thing. It's not something to look into. What she's now turned to is worship, saying that she will obey him and do whatever he says. That is different. That is what Ella's picked up on. He has seen that now Misa sees Light as Kira. So hopefully he can find some way to work this out and get around it. And I'm just hoping he can do it quickly. He can't just waste time thinking about it. He's noticed it. Hopefully he can just think about it fast and act on it. Because I'm really struggling to see how Elle can win, because it just feels overwhelming. But yeah, as for what's next, I don't even know. I don't know. Going into the next episode of it, it's getting more intense. I don't expect it to slow down after this. Misa getting partial knowledge back. Light starting to consider himself similar to the previous Kira, and now of course the current Kira being identified, and there's really no reason for them to not arrest him immediately. And as soon as that happens, one antagonist will be gone and you will need another one. Makes me so terrified for that moment, because I've grown attached to these characters now. I don't want them to turn evil, but the whole point of this was to show that they're irredeemable. Misa maybe, but Light not. Even without his memories, even just with a clean slate, he is starting to fall back into it. We're seeing that he is finding out that he is similar to the original Kira, and he's playing around with the idea of, could he be the Kira? He's playing along that the values align. Would he support this person? Of course, he's still got the main blockage of, it's murder, but the perspectives are becoming similar. We're seeing that even with a clean slate, he could go back just being the way he is. It's sad, but I think this makes me feel a bit better of him becoming evil again, because I'm expecting it to come soon. There is no reason to not arrest Higuchi in the next episode, and when that happens, I'm assuming the Death Note is going to fall into someone else's hands. Plus, I do kind of miss Ryuk. He's been missing a while, and I kind of miss him. He had his funny stuff. He's not evil. I miss Ryuk. That would be the one good thing of like going back to being evil. Ryuk can come back, and I do enjoy Ryuk. But yeah, overall this episode was phenomenal. I love how this arc is becoming more clear, where it looked like it was giving these characters a chance of redemption, but the entire point of it was to show that they are beyond that. That the Death Note isn't just a tool that turns someone evil, it just highlights the evil within someone. It gives them an excuse to be their true selves. That's what it does. Because I think the whole time I was considering, is like fully evil, is the Death Note doing it? Who is the real villain here? Because if it was the Death Note doing that to Light, the Death Note, the book, the object becomes the antagonist. This whole arc was basically just to show that no, the Death Note just allows someone to do it. Light fully is the villain. That's the whole point of this arc. It answers that question. And I have no reservations about wanting Light to be defeated and to be stopped, because there is no redemption. There is no second chance for him. This is who he is. This is his true self. With the book, he is a monster. Without it, he still has the same perspective as one. I just think this is incredible, and I'm looking forward to see how this arc will come to a conclusion, because while the Yotsuba Group are a fun villain, it's going to be fun seeing how they come to an end, and I just hope that I can enjoy the little group working together. I want to see how they're going to arrest Higuchi. How will this come to a close? And will I be able to enjoy it without the constant knowledge that the badness is going to come back? But yeah, with that said, that does bring me to the end of this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Let me know what you thought about this episode in the comments. And with that, I will see you in the next one for episode 22. See ya!